friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and for this video I'm going to be showing you my TBR pile. I hope everybody is having a wonderful March and getting into the spirit of St. Patrick's Day. Keep an eye out for leprechauns. One of my favorite things to do on St. Patrick's Day is, hi Pete, look at Pete's making an appearance, is eating corned beef and cabbage and mashed potatoes. Come here, Pete. This is Pete, everybody. He's making an appearance. Hi, buddy. Like I was saying, I just love corned beef and cabbage and boiled carrots. It's yum, yum, yum good. So without further ado and pomp or circumstance, I'm going to be showing you the books in my TBR. The first book I would like to show you is the second book in a trilogy, and it is called The Rise of the Dawn Star, the Avalonia Chronicles by Farah, and I'm going to spell her last name for you. It's OomErbhoy. That's a mouthful. I am currently this far, and I absolutely love it. It's about a girl who realizes or discovers that she has fairy blood in her veins, and she has to take back a kingdom that she didn't know existed. And I have read the first book in the series, and it was fantastic. And this book just follows where the first one left off, and I am so freaking loving it. It is action-packed, adventure, funny, edge of your seat, action, fantasy, awesomeness. My aunt got this for me for Christmas, and I am so happy she did. Oh, this book makes me happy. I just get lost in the wonderful, magical world that the author has created. It is just a gem. After that, the next book I'm going to be reading is a reread for me, and that is Welcome to the Point novel, Better When He's Bad by Jay Crownover. Now, this is a new adult contemporary story. This story tells the story of the character named Bax and Baxter, but everybody calls him Bax, and his love interest Dovey, and he has a dangerous past. He's done some sketchy activities in the criminal part of it, and he went to prison for a reason, and I don't want to say what that reason was. And I love how this author does dual perspectives. So one chapter is focused on Bax, and the next chapter is focused on Dovey. It is a gripping, emotional story that is just gripping and thrilling, and it has everything you want in a good romance. This is for the older readers because there is some love or sex scenes in this, so just be aware of that. But if you are looking for a good time with a beautiful bad boy, I would highly recommend Better When He's Bad. The next book I'm going to read is the third and final book in the Avalon series, and it's called The Return of the Dragon Queen. Again, this is by Farah, OomErbhoy, and I assume this follows up where the second book left off. And as I just told you, it's about fairies, and she has to take back her kingdom against a very strong, dark, magical adversary. I don't want to say who or what it is because that will spoil it. But again, if you just like a strong female character who's not afraid to get beat up and learn from her mistakes and still try and be the hero she wants to be, I would highly recommend this series. It is just a magical fantasy and action-packed adventure, and I cannot wait to finish the series. Also, look how beautiful the cover is. Following that is a new to me story by one of my favorite authors, and that is When Sparks Fly by Helena Hunting. Helena Hunting is one of my go-to reads. Anytime she puts a book out, it's a must-buy for me. I just love her writing style. I'm going to be going into this blind. And I cannot wait to see what it's all about. It is a contemporary romance, and I cannot wait to go into this blind. I haven't gone into a book reading it blind in a long time, so I cannot wait to read this book. It's a short one, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad book or not as exciting or thrilling as her other books. The next story is another reread for me, and that is called My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. Now, this is about a high school girl named Samantha Reed, and her encounter with obviously a boy next door. And Samantha lives a very privileged, planned out life. Her mother she likes to keep a tight schedule, and you have to be here at this time. Don't color out of the lines kind of lifestyle. And she meets a high school boy who has the opposite family life than she does. He has a very loud, joyful, playful, active family, and with many kids and siblings, and they develop a friendship, and she sees what life could be like, not from a privileged lifestyle, but how her life is different from that, and they develop feelings, and like any good story, there's going to be some twists and turns, and I don't want to tell you what that is because it is a good one, but this is just a joy to read. I absolutely love it. It is a wonderful storyline, just makes you feel good. If you are interested, I would highly recommend this. Following that is a classic that I cannot wait to reread again, and that is Silas Marner and Two Short Stories by George Eliot. Now, Silas Marner is a miser who lives in a small village, and one day he arrives home from work, and there is a baby at his door, and he decides to adopt it, and he falls in love with it and the baby, and he adopts her, and it's a wonderful story about how you can change your life around from being what I call kind of like a Scrooge life mentality to basically Silas Marner does a 180. And again, everything's going great until one day, the girl's father is revealed, and it's a huge plot twist. So I don't want to give it away, but this is for me, a classic, and I would highly recommend it. I love this story so much. I actually found out about it way a long time ago by the TV show Wishbone. They did a story like that, and I just fell in love with it. And that's how I actually found out and wanted to read this story. The last book I would like to share with you is another reread, and it is one of my ultimate favorite books. and that is the Victor Hugos The Hunchback of Notre Dame. As everybody knows, the story is about a hunchback named Quasimodo and his life, and it is so not like the Disney movie. Not that there's anything against the Disney movie at all, or different versions of this movie or of this book. It's a very more in-depth, detailed story that is very complex and layered, and just I'm a loss for words. It's tragic, it's beautiful, it's heartbreaking, it is everything. It's an emotional roller coaster, this book. It is one of my ultimate favorite classic, I guess you can call it a classic, favorite books to read. I love it. Again, this book is not for everybody. There are dark parts to it, meaning that the Judge Claude Frollo is more of a creepy, twisted man, and because Esmeralda in the book is only, I believe, either 13 or 15 in the book, so she's still considered, if you will, a child, and his lust for her is kind of, not appropriate. But it is a gripping, heartbreaking, emotional roller coaster. If you like those type of books, I would highly recommend this book. I think, again, it is one that everybody should read at least one time in their life, or attempt to read. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. So that's all the books for now. If you like these type of book videos, please give this video a big like and subscribe. I do this every month. It helps me out. If you know other people that like book recommendations and book videos, please send them to my channel. The more subscriber I get, it helps me out. And I love sharing my love of books with other people. Yeah, just stay tuned, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye-bye, everybody.